Oh, good morning. It's David from the Redneck Garage. It is Friday. And the Jeep getting closer to completion. Last night I worked on the door, getting the door to fit, the door skin on the top, and I got a little bit more work to do, but looking good. There's a lot of adjustments, some Velcro adjustments on it, so we're working on that. Today's going to be finishing up the Fender Flare installation. One of the things that we've run into is on the back with his armor. Actually, I need another rivet right there, truthfully. But once we get the yeah, I put one more in there. On the Fender Flare, this body armor is going to need to be adapted for on the Flare, otherwise it'll just be a big gap. So I've got to trim down the Fender Flare just about, what is that, a 1/4 inch, something like that, on the back side. Put one more, put another rivet in that. I don't know how I missed that. What about this side? That side's flush. That's good. And I'll just give you another brief update of what else is going on. Got one tail light on, I got to do the other one. I've got my pigtails I need to plug in, get it wired up. Finish the rear brake light. On the inside, I wished I had, before I put the dash in, I wish I had hooked up the stereo wires. I'm not sure which ones are which ones are which, so I'm gonna have to figure out that. Hopefully I won't have to pull the dash. There's the wires over there. Wires on this side, but it looks like the other side are ripped off. So what in the heck is going on with that? Dang it. Okay, so I gotta figure that out. Hopefully I won't have to take the dash back out, because that sucks. And so we're gonna go from there, but the first thing we're gonna do today is work on these Fender Flares and getting them installed, finished up. There's Randy.
Chili.
You want a sweatshirt?
Yours.
You're clean. So it's feeling a little bit like Canada out here today. Can't start drinking yet, it's pretty early in the day. What are you doing?
He's gonna fix my taillight.
Oh, he's gonna fix his taillight.
Must be that Canadian, that Canuck air being blown down here.
Yeah, Canada. So we're gonna work on putting the Fender Flares on. Woohoo! I'm gonna go through the fasteners and get them separated out. One of the things I did with the fender well is just take an airbag that I use for unlocking cars, just kind of pump this liner down enough where I could get my hand up in there to put the nuts on the back side.
You have 25 of these.
Yeah.
23 of these. And 28 of these.
So which this doesn't, there's supposed to be 22 of one and 10 of the other, and these are all the same size, so I have no idea. Anyway, we're installing the Rugged Ridge kit on a YJ. The front ones are a little easier to line because you know where it goes. There it is right there. It goes where the light goes. You have to align it there. The rears we're about to align, and it says to use the rear seam, which is underneath that thing, as your guide point of where the back side goes. I'm printing it out, and then we're going to take a look at it. All right, so we just need to get the top one drilled.
Yeah.
And then we can work off of that. This has to go up. Anything like that. That looks great. That's about right on that one. How's that look? Sam, I can look at it.
Yeah.
Alright. So go see if there's a silver marker over there.
I didn't know where you wanted to be on that.
I'm just doing the top one just to hold it. We're gonna shoot. So on my flares, what I basically want to do is take like a little whiz wheel with a sander on it and sand off that one little spot. I've kind of marked it out of where it needs to be up to this point, so it'll lay flush with the armor on it. And that's basically the same width as the armor, or close enough where it'll flush up against it a little bit better. So that's what we're going to do, is take it back off, and I'm going to cut off that little bit of plastic so it'll flush up against that back quarter. So I'm basically just going to use the 3M little abrasive cut off disc, or grinding disc, and just kind of work this edge. Now I got the weather stripping to put on. Basically, you just work it along that edge. Don't try to take the adhesive off and then put it on, because that's a fail. Looks great. And at this point, it's when I pull the adhesive strip out. So I'll just get it started. Get one side down. And then basically I just pull the adhesive strip out, and as I go, just kind of push down where it's glue. Basically just pull your adhesive all the way out and then press down. Trying to put it on with adhesive on it for me was really a no starter, and the adhesive is on it. Alright, so let's put it on and see how that looks. Alright, so Randy's putting on the bolts. These have not been without a few challenges. I think they look really good on the truck. That's the rear one. Starting to look really nice. We've got it tightened up and everything, so the back one's done. They are directional, the left and right are different. And this front one is fun. It is really a fun one to do. Right?
I'm having so much fun, I'm whistling Dixie out my whoop.
What movie was that from?
I can't remember.
Oh no, that was Vacation with Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
When they were going to Wally World.
Yeah.
So anyway, those look good, man. The Fender Flares are shaping up. They are not the easiest stupid things to put on, just because of the way the bolts come in the back sides and stuff. You got to reach up in there. But once you get them on, they're not bad. And
they didn't give you the right.
And they didn't give us the right washers that we think.
Thickness of spacers.
Right. It's just supposed to have 20 of one and 11 of the other, and then we had like 29 of this one size.
We need to double up on some of
Quality control, Rugged Ridge. I don't think I lost them.
They got some Chinese lady packaging these things.
Yeah. No, it's Engineer Johnny. Engineer Johnny. Oh, we put washers. We put washers in there. Don't worry about that. Just throw them in there. Don't worry about thickness.
Jane.
No, it's Johnny.
Oh.
That's the joke. Engineer Johnny.
Okay. I know the joke.
All right, so this side's done. Fender Flares are done. Couple tips. Well, I mean, besides trimming this down a little bit, you can see that maybe I could have gone a little bit more, but it's not bad. You can't
put a washer on this side.
What?
You didn't put a washer.
Well, put a washer in there. Quit bitching about it. My friend Pete, your friend Pete. If you ever want to watch one that's funny, besides Jerry's good, but Southwest Riding Customs, Pete is hilarious. I love him.
Need a wrench.
A monkey wrench. So one of the things that I found very helpful was a very long 1/4 inch drill bit, because once I got one or two bolts in to hold the thing, then I could just do it from here. You can see that the contour of this doesn't allow you to put a regular shorter drill bit in with the drill, but if you use this one, you can drill it with the fender on if you're careful, and just go around with this drill bit once you get it kind of set up in place where you want to go. But I'm happy with it. It looks really, really good. Smoking good. So we got the LED lights out tonight. Randy actually fixed that one. It was I cut the cord in half. That was awesome. He's an electrician. Yeah, there you go.
You like that, huh?
There's a redneck garage fix right there for you. Some wire nuts and some cord. So we got that one on. We just like this rear back one. So that's what we're working on, trying to get all the flares done tonight. So where the armor is, I'm just taking it back down to this line. With the sander. Last bolt frickin' hole on these. You can see we got the long extension on it, which you can drill with it on. If you don't have this, then you got to pull it all off again and drill the hole.
Boom.
I'll get the bolt. And on these back ones, because of the armor, we didn't put washers behind it, but it pulled up just perfect right around that edge. Can you see it? Right here you can see there's a little dip in there where we sanded this down and we used washers here but not here, so it looks great. You see, I'm going to reach up in there now. And that's it. All the flares are installed. What do you think, Rand?
Liking it.
And the door handle's in, and the door lock. Looks great. Very good.
Boom.
All right, it's beer freaking time.
About time.
I'm ready for beer. Oh. All right, it's David and Randy from the Redneck Garage. All the stinking fender flares are installed. Thank you for your help. You're awesome. We persevered till it was over. Now it's beer time. He's drinking Killian's and I got a red stripe.
They're both red.
Yeah, they're both red. Woo! Okay, so here's the notes on the fender flares. Everything went fairly well. There's some hidden bolts that are kind of hard to get to. You need a 1/4 inch long drill bit. That was that worked real well to have that. Because then you can set 2 or 3 of your bolts and then just drill your other ones with it on rather than having to take it off, because a short drill bit will actually run your drill into the plastic. We had to modify it in the back a little bit for the armor on the back, and that turned out nice too. Yeah, that looked good. So all in all, we really didn't have any issues. There's one on the very front of the back, right above the Nerf bar, that we used a, what do you call it? Molly, an anchor.
Not a molly, but it's an anchor.
An anchor on, because we couldn't get anything up behind it, and it was pretty close to the other bolt. So we used an anchor on that one, so we didn't have to get from behind it. Plastic anchor. Yeah, and that looked, you couldn't tell it was on there. So other than that, Jeep is moving along. Tomorrow we'll have a couple more videos of, we're going to be putting in carpet, seats, speakers, wiring the speakers up, where I kind of screwed that up. Anyway, we may have to drop pull the dash back to get to the speaker to run the wires. I had them all wired before. But anyway, that's good. It's been a long day on the stupid fender flares, but we're really happy with the way it looks. We'll get another video in the morning of the full walk around of the results. David and Randy from Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.
Yeah.
Now hit record.